Former Health Minister Dr. Zweli Mkhize has responded to a call by hostile indunas for him to challenge the ANC presidency. Dr. Mkhize says it's up to the ANC's internal processes, which can nominate who stands for the high position. The indunas, who hail from 3 of South Africa's 9 provinces, attended Mkhize's son's wedding near Pietermaritzburg in KwaZulu-Natal. Now, Newzroom Afrika's reporter Tumaole Mohlaoli is at the Willowfontein in KwaZulu-Natal and joins us live now. Tumaole, very good evening. I can see you are trembling as the cold front reaches us. What did you hear as Dr. Zweli Mkhize was also in attendance there?
Well, certainly what began as a briefing by the indunas, which was requested just shortly after the traditional wedding ceremony, was basically hailing Dr. Mkhize for his role in trying to ensure that there is parity in terms of economic representation and economic stability in South Africa, certainly for the majority of South Africans, in terms of his time at the helm of the health department, and a call directly to Dr. Zweli Mkhize to step up and put his name in the hat rather for the presidency of the ANC, which would then, according to them, lead him to become president of South Africa. This is in reference, of course, to the upcoming elective conference of the ANC, which is scheduled to take place at the end of the year. And of course, the indunas from the various provinces were saying that they feel that the current leadership of the ANC is not doing much to transform the country in terms of economic opportunities for the majority of South Africans. Many of them are saying that black South Africans are still languishing in poverty, and they feel that Dr. Mkhize is the man for the job to lead South Africa back to its path in terms of transformation of the economy and economic empowerment of South Africa's majority. Now, I put the question directly to Dr. Zweli Mkhize immediately after that particular round of calls for him to put his name in the hat to lead the ANC, as to whether he accepts or he deems this as appropriate, because this call is essentially coming from structures outside of the ANC, and the ANC still has to have its nomination processes, whereby, of course, the branches and the regions will then put forward their preferred candidates in terms of that elective process. And when it goes to elective Congress, then of course the candidates will then square off, and the delegates will vote according to what they have been given or mandated by the provinces and by the regions and the structures of the ANC. His response was that he is humbled by the call and feels that it is something that is genuine, that is coming from the people, but however, as a disciplined member of the ANC, he will defer to the processes, internal processes of the ruling African National Congress. So Dr. Zweli Mkhize very strategically and diplomatically skirting the question there and referring to the party structures to decide whether, of course, they will put his name as a nominated candidate for the presidency. However, he did not shy away from not admonishing those indunas and others who were speaking, specifically the indunas who said they represent hostel dwellers from Limpopo, from Gauteng province, from Mpumalanga, as well as KZN, saying that they have been unanimously given the mandate by the hostel dwellers, certainly as indunas, to take this message and call to Dr. Zweli Mkhize, hailing him as someone who would be the right president to lead the ruling party.
In fact, perhaps, Tumaole, let's listen in to what Mkhize had to say.
The main process here has to involve the structures of the ANC. So until they say so, we will not really have much to say about it, other than the fact that we do respect the views that people have expressed. Thank you.
Perhaps, Tumaole, we should talk about what prompted the indunas to make a call for him to challenge the presidency of the ANC.
Well, the indunas were very eloquent, if I can say that, in terms of their criticism. Very harsh, very to the point, saying that things are terrible in South Africa. Many are saying that the cost of living is gone up. Many are saying that the lack of opportunities in terms of economic opportunities is also preventing them from participating equally in the economy and benefiting from the economy of South Africa, saying that the economy of South Africa is not transformed and remains in minority hands, in minority, specifically white hands. And the question of land and access to land is also something that they feel has not been adequately addressed. And they say that the current leadership of the ANC has been failing to bring that transformation and to live up to the ANC's clarion call of a better life for all. This is some of the points that were really put forward and stressed upon by the indunas, and they're saying that they feel that Zweli Mkhize would be the man to lead the country. Many were also saying, those specifically who managed to speak, were saying that they feel that this is the reason he is been having these political and also legal troubles. A reference there to, of course, the Digital Vibes saga, whereby, of course, the SIU still maintains and has found that Dr. Zweli Mkhize would be liable to pay the 150 million rand that was awarded to Digital Vibes in terms of the communication of NHI, as well as the contract around, of course, COVID-19 and the messaging therein. So this is something that they feel is behind Zweli Mkhize being basically being victimized politically. And this is why they think that this would be a reason for him to then ascend to the presidency, because they feel that these particular processes are nothing more than a witch hunt to frustrate perhaps his ambitions to lead the ruling ANC and to then rise to the presidency of the country after the elective conference of the ANC, and of course after the ANC contests the elections, the national elections.
Yeah, interesting take, Tumaole Mohlaoli. Let's leave it there, speaking about a man who is no stranger to allegations of corruption and controversy. And, of course, his name has now surfaced in another SIU investigation, this time over allegations of a 114 million rand deal. Of course, I suppose this is one to keep a very close eye on.